What happens when you activate your demons? What happens when you activate your divine darkness? What happens when you activate the suppressed, vilified, and demonized parts of you that not only you were taught to suppress it, but that you taught yourself to keep hidden? Because when these parts of you would show up in the world, maybe you lost so-called friends. Maybe relationships ended, jobs ended. And so you taught yourself to play this overly humble role, this overly submissive role. Let me not say what I'm really thinking. Let me not act on the very thing that I'm being guided to act on, because this is too much for the people that's around me. But what I want to tell you is, yes, there are going to be certain relationships, people, places, and things that are going to leave your life when you activate from your divine darkness. Why? Because you begin to scare the hell out of people who have not activated their own power, mission, and purposes. And you only scare them not because you're trying to harm them or hurt them, but you only scare them because they're not used to seeing you in this light before. They're not used to seeing you in this darkness before. And when I say darkness, darkness is its own kind of light. You have the yin, you have the yang, you have the sun, you have the moon, you have heaven, you have hell, you have angel, you have demon, right? If they were not supposed to exist, then God, the universe, or whatever you believe in, would not have created them to be. But they are. And a lot of our suffering is coming from the fact that we glorify one, but demonize the other, right? Everything is God. Everything is goddess. Everything has its role and its place. But what we're missing is the mental health around this knowledge and the emotional intelligence required that is necessary to navigate this wisdom inside of ourselves first. Everything begins right here within, okay? So what happens when you activate the divine dark? Now, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow for many of you. But since some of you swallow anyway, take this medicine. Ready? What happens when you activate your divine dark, aka your divine dark feminine energy, and bite into the apple from the tree of knowledge? You stop being so fucking nice all the time. Now, you hear people say, don't be so nice all the time. Don't be so, yeah. But there's another component to that. Remember, there's yin and yang. There's duality here, okay? On this planet, in this dimension, we must respect the natural law of duality. Yes, you stop being so nice all the time, but the infinite counterpart to that is you stop being so nice all the time to people who don't deserve it. That part. You stop being so nice all the time to people who don't deserve it. When you look back over your life, you can probably pinpoint that every knife that was in your back, when you looked around you, you found that, yeah, there were knives in your back, but the folks that were around you were people that you knew and that you loved. And the people who you thought knew and loved you. On this journey, you stop being so nice to people all the time who don't deserve it. Let's go back to that point of you start to lose people, places, and things. Those so-called friends who weren't really your friends, so-called relationships who never fulfilled you or your purpose or your mission, right? You start to not even lose those things, but those people start to fall off because guess what? You are no longer their scapegoat. You're no longer their floor mat, their doormat. Right? You're no longer the crutch that they can lean on. You're no longer the dumping ground for them because now you're standing in your power. You're not an empty vessel when you're standing in your power. You are full. I just heard you're full of yourself. You're full of yourself. You're full of yourself. No, that's the words I'm thinking Beyonce. You're feeling myself, but you're full of yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being full of yourself when you have activated your divine mission and your purpose. You're full of yourself because what you're full of is power, purpose, mission, love. You're full of, homie, don't play that. People know when not to cross. People know not to cross you because you're so full of yourself, i.e., you're so full of your power. You're so full of yourself, i.e., you're so full of your purpose. You're so full of yourself, i.e., you're so full of your life's mission. Okay? You stop being so nice to people who do not deserve it from you. You start to be more discerning about who deserves your friendship, your love, your attention, your support, your time, your conversation, right? This is what happens when you activate your divine dark shadow elements of yourself.